Zimix TV, Zimbabwe leading trending gossip TV. You are listening, you're watching to Zimix Music. Remember, guys, to like, share, comment, and follow. Follow us on our Facebook page, which is Zimix TV, ZW, and also on our YouTube page, which is Zimix TV. Yes, go like, share, subscribe, be part of the family. Yes, so over the weekend, the most trending story, and besides Vanawakafa Kuwadzana Station 3, was the flop of Tocky Vibes show, which was supposed to happen. It happened actually, but I mean, less than 20 people plus. I mean, yes, it was a disaster. And at Alex Sports Club on Saturday, yes, everybody has been talking about it on social media. And Tocky Vibes anima followers and 800,000 followers, nearly 1 million. And yes, so Panon, so I comment regarding the whole situation in Floppy. I could tell you that 75%, 80% they follow Tocky Vibes. They knew about the show, but none of those people even posted about the show. And so, you know, post after I want to show at a failure. And people are now blaming Tocky Vibes management. People are blaming manager Dakwa. People are blaming Tocky Vibes watch music. I mean, people are coming up with sorts of things. So I went on Hopewell's Facebook page earlier this morning. He wrote a composition which I'm gonna read here. He said, "I've also seen a thread of people saying that Tocky Vibes must go back to dancehall instead of continuing with this current sound. I would like to hear what you all think, because you are the consumers of his music, the audience that determines whether his art connects or not. Do you think moving away from dancehall has damaged him? Do you think he needs to return to dancehall, or is it better for him to continue experimenting with new styles? I genuinely want to understand your perspective on this. The second thing I want to ask, because I'm genuinely curious, is about the number of songs he includes in his album. I've read that Tocky sometimes put as many as 60 songs on one album. He's definitely the first artist I ever seen doing that in Zimbabwe, but that in itself is not necessarily wrong. What do you think? Do you feel that giving fans more songs makes it difficult to digest the music properly? Would you rather have fewer tracks, perhaps 10 curated songs that you can fully enjoy before looking forward to the next release?" These two questions are important, not just for Tocky, but for many musicians who are trying to understand what their audience actually want. Some artists I've spoken to today are confused about whether fans prefer fewer songs with better marketing or a lot of songs all at once. So, one of these issues, genre and the volume of songs. What do you think? Should Tocky return to dancehall and focus fully on it, or should he continue developing his current style? And on the second issue, does releasing more songs help or hurt him? In your view, I trust your judgment on this. So I genuinely want to hear your thoughts. This is what Hopewell wrote on his Facebook page. So I went in the comment section to hear what people thinks about this whole situation, and all those questions which Hopewell asked. So someone said, "Yeah, you should continue with this current style of music. It is mature, clean. You know, but my age is a lot of mothers and fathers wakura vanumuda zvokuti." And Maguti not answering the asked questions, but just one more thing: our artists should be active, engaging on social media, not only post videos, then come back to check the number of likes or traffic. Baharare is a good example to copy from. He switched to completely different genre, gospel. These fans followed him. Now he's back to what he does best. And guess what? Not only did the fans switch to, they even didn't bother to want to make it a big deal. That's because of active engagement with fans enhanced by the power of social media. And I think he should go back to his roots a bit, maybe blend his old dance or vibe with his new sound instead of leaving it completely. That's the style people first connected with, and it's what built his fan base. But at the same time, it's okay for him to grow and experiment as long as he keeps that original energy. He should also keep his album short, fewer than 10 songs, so fans can really take in the music, quality over quantity, and most importantly, he needs to engage more with his audience, promote his work better, and rebuild that strong connection with his fans. That's how he bounce back and remind everyone why they love this music in the first place. But if we talk about engagement on social media, there are artists like Wingy D. Wingy D hardly on social media, like for real. Wingy D only posts my shows, and maybe thanking fans for coming for to the show, and he posts maybe a video once in a while, maybe a show in Gadoma, maybe a show in December. Wingy D doesn't engage with the fans on social media, and saka she's engaged. I'm not saying that bad, but we look on the other side. I just like Wingy D. He only posts an event, and when you're next week, I'll post an event. And after 2 months or so, he posts a video. So, but Wingy D always like Anuzads are everywhere, and people always follow him. Like this Saturday, which was Tocky Vibes album launch, he was in Chibuku to Kwanzura, Kwazara. Maybe because it was a free show, but still, even if I would tell you, quite so still. And Tocky Vibes amazed a huge fan base through dancehall. In his originality, when he disengaged from dancehall, he left his fan base confused, and they give him high time. But it feels like most lost patience and eventually interest. His music is too solid, but his true fans are still crying for the old Tocky Vibes. He will come stronger. I believe we should also take time to sit down with our goats like we did for a bit of quiet advice. And let me share my 2 cents. I think Tocky Vibes have been away for too long. I guess fans on the ground seems to have forgotten him a bit. I think before arranging a launch, he needed to first engage with his audience on the ground, even kumboenda kuma shows that helps a lot. Living abroad, then you come back for an album launch. For me, he totally signed a flop, but we learn from our mistakes. I don't know, is Tocky Vibes now living abroad? And did he even go abroad? Is he now living somewhere? But again, panya originality music yake, and yes, Tocky Vibes ashaimbe dance or akwimba sound like contemporary, yanana felinandi, yanana indie muridzo sort of, and it's got traditional music like, music yake kira kuchimurenga, like traditional music like, and sound ya Tocky Vibes and sound yake, and yes, it's no longer on dance or like the Tocky Vibes that we know. Back in the days, and I DJ levels, and I choose sport. Tocky Vibes is grown his brand. At the same time, some of his fans have left him because he's no longer in dancehall. And yes, someone would it's really difficult to take you seriously if you put 30 songs on a single album, let alone 60. Come on, Tocky. Generally, I don't think anyone really cares much about genre. Zimbos can listen to anything as long as it's got the bass and the vibe to it. And I think Tocky is a good artist. His sound should never change. Let him continue with his current path. However, he needs to consider having a good management. And his current music is good, but the audience relates more to his dance or music. Same with Takura, his new style of Love James. This is the music I love. It's not related to ghetto use. They relate more with old Takura of Zinoi Rema, though I prefer his switch to Love James. The number of songs is also an issue. You can't put 60 tracks in one album. That's insane. You're not Chris Brown, who sings a few lines and hooks, comparing to fully written songs. Let's say 20 tracks are real good on that album, but we expect fans to only listen to 20 songs. Yet there are many artists in the industry who are also listening 5 good songs or more. So it's better to limit his music and make quality of those tracks. And so when the 60 songs are maybe let's have 10 or 7 songs, not 20, not 40 songs in one album. There are too many. There are really too many. Guys, this is Azimix Music. I'm just reading here comments from Hopewell. He asked valid questions here regarding to Tocky Vibes. And yes, Mimi Mudos when I say guys, catch it out in the comment section here. Remember to like, share, comment, and follow. I also think that we as the people, we need to support music. We need to support our artists. And yes, we can expect him to do everything alone. Of course, Toky organized an event, but we as social media people, my influencers, my content creators, I mean, they need to also to chip in to help, boost the event, because pasina vanhu ka hapana album rinombolonchwa nita. At the same time, people are busy kuzongokomentara zvaitika album rakaflopa munhu wese was commenting, but that kind of a hype was supposed to happen before the album launch. Remember, the man was selling tickets for $10. He ended up reducing them for $5. And lastly, we saw Madam Boss doing advert. Actually, my tickets are $3. From $10 to $3. I mean, angatongopusana padidi kungoti vanhu vese tickets for free, because no one was buying. It's because lack of support. And so we need to support our artists. We need to help them to push the event. I don't think the management is wrong here. I think they did what was the best, but it's sort of like friends and family and people in the industry didn't support it. They looked away from the event, and despite having so many artists on the poster on Washinchi, they looked away. No one supported. It seems like it was a sabotage. At the end of the day, I think it was a sabotage, because there were so many artists on that poster, and those artists, they have hundreds of thousands of followers on their social media pages. So don't tell me kuti more than 10 people pakashaya vanhu 100 vakaya kushow. And so it doesn't really make sense personally. I feel like I don't think the management being a problem. I think the lack of support from fellow artists, fellow people in the industry made this album launch a flop. I personally think it was a sabotage. Personally, I think so. Even when I say, can you tell in the comment section? Yeah, this is the Mix Music, the best music show right now on TV. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Listen.